This is gonna be a not so safe for work thing. So if you're at work listening, you might want to check the YouTube post or whatever. Mute whatever. I'm gonna try as objective and as calm as possible, but I apologize if it's not that. All right. Because there's a lot more than this post says that's happened, but I'm just giving context here. All right. So, for those who don't know, WotC decided in their infinite wisdom that Magic 30 or their 30th anniversary, they're going to do some awesome things. Okay? Their awesome thing was a 30th anniversary product release. One of the products that they were releasing was a 30-year anniversary product called Collector's Edition or 30th Collector's Edition. They've done this before, and the Collector's Edition prior, which was like 20 years ago, it may have been even 25, it was basically all the power cards, but they had Collector's Edition, on the back. They were gold cards, right? And then they did the reserve list, and they've never printed them ever since, right? Except for one thing, or a few times. But the point being is that they did this again. For the 30th anniversary, they released a 30th anniversary collector's edition with the same stuff, Moxes, Lotus, all the power cards with some others. But they were not legal for tournament play. The community was a little bit, they were like, they're cool. Yeah, that's cool, but, whatever. Then they released the price point, which was $1,000 or $999 and whatever, but basically $1,000, right? No big deal. All right. Some creators got upset. Whatever. Not a big deal, right? However, here's where it gets interesting. So, a few days ago, what's going on, Stormbreath? A few days ago, a non-Magic YouTuber, I don't know their name, you probably Google it, or go to Saffron Olives or somebody else's Twitter and find it, because apparently there's more than one of them, I guess. So, but WotC decided that they were going to give non-Magic YouTubers money to promote the 30th anniversary. And one of them, like I said, I don't know if Lionheart is the person or not. It says on here that they are one of them, but the issue at hand is they posted about it. They made a YouTube video about it saying, look, I got these cool cards promoting for WotC or whatever, and they're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Centric YouTube channel. They're not Magic, right? This is where it gets hazy, as in the community goes apeshit. All right. I am of the opinion that if you disagree with a content creator's content, you have every right to post about it. You have every right to voice your opinion. You have every right to say what you want to say on social media, sans the obvious stuff. The obvious stuff is you don't make death threats, you don't incite toxicity or violence, and you don't incite paranoia or any of the things that have happened in the past to persuade content creators to do certain things. I.e., like this post says, where Lionheart... So, Saffron Olive posts, apparently Hasbro sponsored a Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTuber to open a 30th anniversary thing, right? And the response was so bad they took it down and apologized for not vetting the product more. I don't know what that means, but whatever. Wizards approached me offering a significant amount of money to promote it. I initially said yes, but wanted to do some research on it, and after looking into it, I went back and declined. That's code for I went into the Magic community and said some stuff like, I got money to do this, and then, you know, they they basically got open line threats and basically got bullied into, you know, I'm giving it back, I'm not taking the money, you know, whatever. So, all right. First of all, the 30th anniversary product, all right, the product itself is not the issue. For those who believe it is, you're naive and you're missing the big picture. Secondly, I know my channel's not big. I'm not a big voice in the Magic community, whatever. It's fine. So 99% of what I'm going to say is falling on deaf ears and no one's paying attention, and that's fine. That's my disclaimer. Okay? You know what is really, really frustrating, though? Big channels did that. They basically bullied this person. I went back and forth for an hour whether or not I was going to call them out or not, and I ultimately decided not to. But rest assured, the next time that this happens, I'm going to do it. And I don't care. Because your big channel doesn't matter. And there's no such thing in the Magic community of too big to fail or too big to fall. There are numerous names that are silently blocked and blacklisted that can never play the game again for doing, albeit, much worse shit than this. However, bullying somebody out of sponsorships is pretty dire. Not the same as, you know, human violence, but it's basically violence. All right? It's not the same as assault, but you cyber assaulted them. It's like one tier less. All right? My irritation with all of this is the Magic community basically prides themselves on social awareness. That they're more socially aware than the average person. All right? Here's the problem, though. 99% of them, I won't give a number. I take that back. I misspoke. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them do have a social awareness to know what to say and what not to say. Some do, most don't. The Magic community tells themselves and tells everybody in it that they are socially aware or more socially aware, than the average person, meaning they are more in tune to the social issues and know the correct things to say in public relations and many social event or social situation. However you want to say it, they are more keen to deal with it than the average person is basically what they pride themselves on in the MTG community specifically. However, I'm here to tell you, and much like every time, they usually fail at this. Forgetting that they're the most socially awkward group of people ever on the planet, but they continuously find a way to act like children.
Thank you for touring Arcadia. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Tokyo Gringo, appreciate the follow. They find a way to make sure to gatekeep their way and not let change happen. I don't give a shit if non-Magic YouTubers have Magic product and we're sponsored. I don't care. Some do, but me personally, I don't care. What's fucked up is those that have big channels, right? Those that have big channels are the ones that are inciting these things to happen and then ask dumb questions about what should happen. And then hide behind their creator or hide behind their content saying, well, we're just casuals. We only play EDH. Or I don't play Magic anymore. I just make content about it. Whatever. Wrong is wrong. And your channel is supposed to have a certain professionalism about it. If you want to disagree with product, that's fine. You want to disagree with everything WotC does, that's fine. What you don't do is you don't bully people into what they're doing with this. Because it doesn't fucking matter whether or not they're non-Magic creators or not. This, to me, is jealousy 101. If you seriously care about content creation, about what it is, and everybody is supposed to be equally represented or have equity in being able to have an opportunity, and you basically bullied certain people to not have their time, shame on you. That's fucked up. And you deserve to be outed. It's disappointing that content creators continuously do this shit. And it happens all the time. No one really talks about it because they're the only ones that are making the content and the people are not saying, well, that's fucked up. They're legitimate. The majority of the content creators are legitimately pointing at Hasbro like it's their fault. No, it's not. The only thing you can point at Hasbro for is making the product. That's it. There's nothing wrong with the products being made. You have a problem with them? Take it up with Hasbro. Also, not every product is for you. Period. End of story. And if you have a problem with it, get over yourself. Not everything is about you. The world doesn't revolve around you. You're not fucking special. There, I said it. Nor do you deserve to be. I posted on Twitter, the people that are bitching about products, bitching at WotC, bitching at Hasbro, the non-Magic, everything, those people are literally like Dudley off Harry Potter when they got 36 presents and they got pissed off that they didn't get 37. That's how you're acting. Bullying a YouTube content creator into rescinding sponsorship. Dang, that's tough. I kind of thought it was special. Everybody is unique. When I say the word special, all right, because everybody's mother tells them they're special. What they mean to say is they're unique. Okay? That's what they mean. Stormbreath is unique. There will never be another Stormbreath. I think your first name is Colin. There will never be another person like you. There may be people named like you. There may be some that have the same similar hair color, but there will never be someone like you. You're unique. But those people aren't special. Special to me means that you deserve, you know, that line from Animal Farm, everybody is equal, but some are more equal than others. Yeah, no. Nobody is that more unique in specialty that they're allowed to have more things than the other person. They don't. And I'm like holding back a lot of fucking like I'm holding back. Because I could just start like going crazy. Because this shit's fucked up. And I really don't care what the community thinks about it, to be honest. Because somebody has to tell them they're fucking wrong. Who are we so mad at? I'm mad at the Magic community for how they treat people. And what they've done to a certain or a group of non-Magic YouTubers or content creators. Like, that's fucked up. And no one's saying anything. Except the smaller channels that are like, yo, that's fucked up. And honestly, the big channels that talk about Magic, not so much play it, but the ones that talk about it more than they play are seriously an issue. Where they think their opinion is allowed to be fact, and because they said it, they're right. Or a group of their people inside their inside their bubble or their community are agreeing with them, so therefore they're right? No, they're not. And they deserve to be told so. The majority of the time, you don't see me, if you go look on my channel, you don't see me really engage. Where you could see me engaging in other people's channels. Meaning that I go to their channel or I go to their threads and I talk to them on their threads. I don't do that. The reason why is because that's basically attuned to you walking into their house. First of all, I have to be welcomed in. Alright? And if I'm welcomed in, then in order for me to bridge said gap or bridge differences, I have to talk to them like virtually, now I don't want to say treating them better than I treat myself, but they have to be treated with dignity and respect. But, and it doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter your credence, doesn't matter color, doesn't matter identity, doesn't matter anything. Wrong is wrong, and right is right. And what the Magic community has done to certain non-Magic YouTubers is fucking wrong. Period. And it's fucked up. Just because you didn't get free product, or WotC didn't sponsor you, or whatever. You don't like how Hasbro or WotC deals with sponsorships, and they're not dealing with you, then get the fuck out of the community then. Just go. Because apparently you're so mad that you have to take away from somebody else. It's kind of like that toxic relationship. Well, if I can't have it, nobody can. Not even me. So I'm going to drop a nuclear bomb to make sure nobody gets it. You got to go figure yourself out. And make sure that you get some help. Because you don't deserve a damn thing. You are not entitled to anything. Nothing. Once you understand that the customer is always an asshole, will you begin to understand that you are not entitled to a fucking thing in the world? Not one thing. I know that sounds trivial, but when it comes to Magic product, you ain't entitled to shit. And not every product is for you. Hell, man, I should be bitching on Twitter every day. Because 99% of the product being made isn't for me. You see me bitching about product? Nah. Because I don't care. I don't play paper. Because I understood very early in that Arena is a money pit. And it's disposable income for me. And that's it. I'm not dumb enough to buy loads and loads of product when I know how Hasbro has done it. Hasbro reprints shit on purpose to keep prices down. They've done it since the fucking 90s. I'll tell you a story. My dad used to own G.I. Joes in the 60s. Then Hasbro took over. Reprinted a bunch of old shit remastered boxes of old G.I. Joes from the 60s and 70s. Tanked the fucking collector price. And that's not the first time they've done it, and this won't be the last. I'm tired of the Magic community right now. Every one of them. And there's a couple of them that are banned. No, action figures. There's a couple of them that I have banned. I do not interact with MTG Goldfish anymore outside of using their website. I've banned Saffron Olive off my Twitter. I don't deal with their podcast because all they do is they hide behind being casuals and then incite negativity and toxicity through their content. And then throw up their arms going, what are you talking about? I'm just posting stuff that's true. No, you're not. All right? You do this shit constantly. And because your channel is big enough, you can fucking say whatever the hell you want and no one's going to disagree with you. Because apparently you're a fucking pinnacle of the Magic community. No, you're not. You're just popular. That's it. I don't interact with them. These are the ones that'll say on their podcast, ban cards, but then, fucking never ever disagree that Teferis are problems. Like, alright, man. They were one of the channels that kept saying that Carnage Siren needs to be banned. Like, fuck out of here. Stop it. But, a little bit tangent off topic. But, point being is, while I don't know if they've actually said, I used to listen to their podcast every week, man. I used to fucking be on everybody's fucking Twitter. And then there was a few weeks span where it was just like, dude, shut up, man. Stop bitching. It's not going anywhere. And then the doom and gloom shit is just was it for me. When all of them every week for, I want to say, a month straight were just yep, Magic's finished, or is it, or I was like, that's it, man. I can't deal with you anymore. And then ask stupid fucking dumb questions. And then get all upset when people disagree. I'm not using this as an example. It's just the first time that I saw this tweet. But there's more like them. And the thing that's annoying, like I said, is the bullying part. Where we just... WotC gave product to a non-Magic YouTube content creator. So what? Magic isn't going anywhere. Alright? You know what? This is totally an assumption, and I get to do that because this is my channel, but this is a total assumption, And this is my personal belief. You can agree. In fact, my channel that I run here, I hope that not everybody here agrees with everything I say. I readily accept that people disagree with me, and I'm okay with that, because disagreements help bring people together to bridge differences, because you might have more in agreement than you do in disagreeing. You actually build relationships this way. But again, like I said, if me personally, my personal belief is the ones that are bitching about Magic being over or doom and gloom are the ones that have paper cards or online cards that they're afraid that they're going to lose money. Those are the ones that are mad. And I'm not saying that I hope they do or they don't, but if they do, that is a risk you took when you bought them. That's literally stock buying. Not all stocks are created equal, and not all of them hold their value. Some of them go all the way up to $500 a stock, a share, and sometimes they tank all the way to $5. Now, some aren't as volatile as Bitcoin. However, you took the risk when you bought them. I got out of paper Magic because I knew I wasn't going to touch paper that much. And this standard might actually get me to... That's the difference between you and them. And also me and them. Is I don't consider them investments. The people that do are the ones that are bitching about doom and gloom. They're the ones that are complaining that Magic is failing and it's going under, is because they're losing money. They wouldn't say anything about it if they weren't losing money on cards, or the potentially to lose money, or the volatility of it. Again, that's a personal opinion. You don't have to agree, and I hope you don't. I'm just saying, it sounds a little fishy to me that people who play the game in paper are more vocal about prices and what's happening to Magic more than the ones that are like me, who give their money to a money pit and readily accept that that's what I do. But again, it's fucked up that non-Magic YouTubers basically... This sets a precedent now, right? Because it's not only Yu-Gi-Oh! Because this was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Content creator. Everybody's going to see this and go, well, we ain't touching that shit. You know, maybe it's a Hearthstone creator. Maybe it's a Pokemon. Maybe it's somebody else. Now they're not going to touch it. Because like, well, if this person... Yeah, me too. I hope that the cards are all cheap. I understand that that's not how the world works. But, you know... Cards that are cheaper means that more formats are getting played. I understand that vintage will never be cheap enough, but if they're able to be reprinted, in my opinion, if you reprint older cards that are on the reserve list, if you could somehow get rid of it, it would not change the price of beta Black Lotuses. Yeah, but that was... I don't want to say it's different, but the context of it was... So, the context of that was... Yeah, it's basic... I forgot the content creator's name, but they were doing just enough to stay on the contract they were on. And when they're invited to these tournaments, right, this was to keep their professional fucking contract intact. While also being, it's basically free money for them. So I understand why, but again, you're allowed to be upset at all this stuff, right? I'm not saying that you're not allowed to. What I'm saying is you're not allowed to go onto somebody's house, and basically pull them out of their house and beat the fuck out of them. You're not allowed to do that. All right? You're also not allowed to go through their phone line or their internet line and start beating on their internet window and saying, you're not allowed to do that. All I know is I'm having a coffee and this rant better not end anytime soon. Well, almost. I've been rambling for about 30 minutes now. So, unless chat wants to tell, we can have a discussion about some stuff, which I am readily accepted that you can. I'm ranting because I don't know what's true and what's not. But what I do know is this YouTuber got free sponsorship money and free product to promote on their stuff because WotC wants it all, man. They want everybody to play their game. And if that means that they have to bring Yu-Gi-Oh players to Magic, they don't give a flying Air Force fuck how they do it or why. They're just going to do it. And if anybody has a problem with that, well, capitalism is what it is. Whether you agree with it or not, that's what we're using. Get over it. I got nothing for you. But, I mean, holy shit, man. Like, that shit's annoying. Like, what? I mean, we could go on forever about how certain other content creators, I'll leave them nameless, that just bitch incessantly about how, WotC doesn't get anything right. And this standard has been the best standard I've played in years. Literal years. This standard might actually get me to buy cards. Yeah, so... yeah, fuck that dude. Fuck that guy. That dude refuses to apologize for some fucked up shit he did and said. And banned me off of everything on his channel. I rescinded my subs and everything, but that doesn't matter. What the point being is that the dude's a fucking tattletale, and when... well, I guess while we're on the subject, I got banned because I basically I didn't even say his name. So I knew from the start, the reason I got banned is because I liked or I said something that triggered his auto ban, whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter. But he literally calls out the Will Experience, I think is what their name is on Twitter, because they were showing, old PT coverage. Yeah, Will Hall Experience. Yeah, whatever. Because they were showing reruns of all the Pro Tours and Grand Prix coverages from WotC. So he's tagging Wizards. He's just like, why is this allowed to happen? Like, just making a big fucking scene about it. And then after weeks of berating, he basically came on and was like, okay, first of all, I called WotC myself, and I asked them if I could. And they said yes. And all of the money I generate from this on my YouTube channel and my Twitch is all the subs, all the money I make from this is all going to Ukraine. That fuckhead did not even apologize after he told him on Twitter. In his Discord, he said, I guess it's okay. Like, they say they allowed him to, and it's going to a charity, but nobody really knows. And it's like, dude, fuck right the fuck off. Like, what a piece of shit. Oh, man. Because he still has refused to apologize that he was fucking wrong. Like, if you would just admit that you were wrong, and you wouldn't do it, then fuck that dude. I supported that guy for years. As in, like, I hated him forever because he was a dickhead. And then I started watching his stuff, and there was like, not everything he said I didn't disagree with. So I was like, I'll give him a chance. And then that turned into me, like, you know, supporting his shit for like a year and a half, 2 years. And then he does this shit on Twitter. I was like, oh, whoa. You can't do that. Like, you got to say some stuff. You got to apologize. And they're like, nah, fuck all that. And he took content from people, never named them, never fucking... The dude is a... Yeah. Nah, fuck that dude. But... I'm saying this because my personal experience with it was... There's a certain level of understanding of professionalism when you're dealing with people dealing with their own stuff, right? If you disagree with something that's going on, you have to go about it the right way. All Jeff had to do was go to Will personally on his own shit privately and go, hey, I had a question, all right? I don't know what is going on here, but is this legal? Right? That's all he had to say. And he couldn't do it. And not only did he do it, he posted it on public, made it airing out fucking dirty laundry, which wasn't really dirty to begin with, and refused to apologize after he got fucked up for it. And banned like another 2,000 people, whatever. Like, whatever, man. Go the fuck away. It's not that I don't get involved with the drama. It's that I just voice my opinion on my own shit because if I go into somebody else's thread, typically I'm not going there to engage them, to disagree, or whatever. And if I do that, if you see me in your thread on Twitter or Facebook or any social media and I'm in your stuff, firstly, I'm in your thing, in your thread, I assume it's your house. So I'm personally coming and knocking on your door because I respect you. I respect your opinions. And I just want to know what you think about it because I respect the opinion. Now, when I first joined Twitter, that's not how I was. I had to learn the hard way. All right? But generally, I don't go on other people's threads to disagree with them and start shit because that's basically your one-way ticket off of social media. Everybody deserves a certain level of dignity and respect no matter who they are. And then once they start calling you names first is when you drop all that. Because now it's not about being respectful anymore. Now it's about you trying to use informal fucking logical fallacies like appealing to authority, appealing to the audience, bleeding heart fallacy, blah, blah, blah. And a majority of content creators need to understand and actually go take a Logic 101 class and understand when they use these ad hominem or I don't want to say ad hocs, but basically logical fallacies, the usual ones, ad hominems, appealing to authority, appealing to the audience, bleeding heart, red herrings, shit like that. Yeah. So, but that's basically me complaining about the people fucking going absolute apeshit over a non-Magic creator's YouTuber or YouTube channel and basically bullying them to give the shit back. And no one's apologizing for it. They're just like moving the goalposts, blaming the victims, blah, blah, blah. And to summarize, which I'm already doing, when someone that isn't you is getting their shot or their chance, you need to support them. If you are a content creator and you call the content creation group or MTG content creators a group as a community, then I don't want to say they're family, but we're all connected in some way. And we're all supposed to support each other in what we do. No matter who it is. Small, big, kind of abrasive, maybe not. Until you've done some fucked up shit, I'm going to support you. Because it doesn't matter who it is. Because you'll never get your time if you don't support those who haven't gotten theirs yet. And the majority of the bigger channels are the ones that are the culprits of this. Because the majority of them have forgotten where they came from. And sometimes they need to be reminded, hey, look, you didn't start out big either. And I don't care if I vibe with if I get into a beef with a bigger channel. Because it doesn't matter. Oh, what are they going to do? Just block me? All that shows is they refuse to accept that they have sometimes an emotional issue. And I only ban people if I don't want to see their stupid opinions being treated as fact, and this is one of them. And then hide behind their content as like, well, I'm just a casual, or I don't really play anymore, or whatever. And it's just like, yeah, that's great, but what you say has some weight, and people are going to agree with you and take it too far. You have to watch what you say. Yeah, everybody has a freedom of speech, but you're not freedom from consequence. And when somebody does something in the name of, well, they agree, so they don't see an issue with it. It's like, you got to watch what you say, man. Because people will take it too far. And when somebody does something in the name of something you said, you got to say, right when it happens, look, I don't agree with that. All right? Yeah, I disagree with some stuff that happens on certain other people's stuff. But I'm not about to say, like, hey, go and bully these people to the ground. Hell no. And it's better to have constructive conversations with a tone of concise firmness, but with also having a discussion that's open. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's product disagree or community disagreements or whatever. You have to be open to discuss them, and you have to do it with a mature adult level head with them. If you don't, then shit like this happens. Yeah, bullying is wrong, folks. Who knew? All right. We're going to end that on this. A little bit long. But boy, oh boy, does this get under my skin. Like, just drives me crazy. Because, yeah, it was a non-Magic YouTuber. But it could be you if you're a content creator. It could be you if you're a Magic creator. Or a YouTube content creator. Or a Twitcher like me. It could happen to anybody. And as I usually say in the professional world, I use the line from Rules of Engagement. It's a Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson movie. It's a military movie, but I use the line a lot because it really, really hit home more so the older I got. And some of you might not understand it, but the line basically is, forget that he's my friend. Forget that all the stuff they've done, because really, because at the end of the day, your medals or your awards and citations don't mean dick when they come after you. And it doesn't matter if you hold a big or small channel, or you're a content creator on Twitch or YouTube or Twitter or what, or TikTok or whatever. When the community wants to get rid of you or they want to bully you, they will, and it doesn't matter who you are. Whether you're supported by WotC or not. Whether you're sponsored by somebody or not. And the bullying, folks, just there should be a zero tolerance for it, and everybody that posted about it saying, you know, hey, this not magic YouTuber got money and we didn't, it's fucked up. Those people need to be, I don't want to say canceled because that's a very touchy subject, but those people just need to be kicked out of the community because you're not a part of it. Because you don't support what they're doing. I don't care who makes content. If you're supporting and sponsored by a game that I play and a company and a game designer that I know and love for their game, and you bully them, I'm coming to find you. Because it's fucked up. And yeah, maybe I've played maybe 2 games of Yu-Gi-Oh! In my lifetime. Doesn't matter. Content creators don't deserve to get bullied for sponsorships they take. That's fucked up. God, is that annoying. Alright, I'm... It's a good thing I don't smoke or drink. Alright. Yeah, I'm just going to end the recording right here.